Alright, so for once the Fire TV Stick pushed an update that actually matters. This one doesn't include any ads being added to it, no pointless UI changes, no new restrictions. Amazon just rolled out 3 updates that fix real everyday problems, and this one might be the most useful Fire TV Stick update we've seen in a long time. So we're going to jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Alright, so I know this update rolls out in sections. I don't know how Amazon actually does it, if it's by serial number, by device type, but of course we're going to talk about these 3 updates in detail here in a little bit. Before we do, we need to make sure that our Fire TV Stick is completely up to date, and let's just run through how we go ahead and do that. So first you're going to go to your settings. Alright, we're going to go to My Fire TV. Alright, we're going to click on About. And we're going to go to check for update. You can see mine was last checked December 20th, 2025. So we're just going to check again. All right, so it looks like my Fire TV Stick is up to date. This is a Fire TV Stick 4K Max. And you can see the OS version is 8.1.5.8. And it is currently up to date. And it shows the build number after that. So make sure your Fire TV device is up to date, and then you should see some of the new features. So feature number 1 is going to allow you to pick up where you left off or continue watching. And this might be something that's really under the radar, but this is definitely important, and it's finally working the way it was supposed to. So Fire TV Stick now does a better job just letting you pick up exactly where you left off using the continue watching row on the home screen. Now think of this like a built-in bookmark essentially for your Fire TV device. So whether you're watching something on Netflix, on Prime Videos, once you go to that area, you should be able to just continue where you left off. So how it works is in the continue watching row, so we're going to go home, or we can hit the home button on your device, and we'll go down. You can see I am on the continue watching. So this is going to show you where you are exactly. So this is Moon Heaven from Netflix. You can see it saved that. It saves Chappelle, which I started. Even saved something from Tubi that I tested here in a little bit, and it's got a bunch of the kid stuff on there, but essentially it just saved my spot where I left off or stopped watching. So if I was to click on that, it should essentially just jump to where I was watching from, and you can see that actually works. I just hit play and it brings me back to that area. So this is really, like I said, it's a under the radar thing, but very important. Support, and as far as support and which applications this supports, so support is going to depend on the app, but most major services work with it. As you can see, we had Tubi under there, and that seemed like it worked with it, which is pretty cool. But also for the big ones, so Prime Video is going to work. Obviously, that's an Amazon product. We also have Netflix, which works, and Hulu should work as well. But let me know in the comment section if this worked for you or which application didn't work, and we can kind of go ahead and see what's supported or not. Feature number 2, this is going to be Dialogue Boost. And this works really well. So Dialogue Boost enhances spoken language. So Dialogue Boost enhances spoken dialogue without raising the background noise. So think about it, if it's something that maybe an action movie, you have a lot of explosions in the background while people are talking, you're not going to be able to hear what they're saying because the explosions are going to take over. This is going to give you some control to go in, kind of change some of those settings around that best fits your needs. So this means that you're going to have clearer conversation, less volume jumping, and less rewinding scenes. This is not subtitle, it's actually audio enhancement. So where does Dialogue Boost work? This is very important. It works Fire TV Stick and Amazon Fire TV devices. It works on Prime Videos, on the web, mobile devices, as long as the title supports it. So it is not going to work for everything, mostly in Amazon Prime environment currently, but mostly for Prime Videos. Hopefully this will roll out to other apps in the near future. So to turn this on, we're going to go to our settings. We're going to go to sound and display, or display and sounds. We're going to go down to audio. And you can see we have a couple options here, surround sound, but Dialogue Boost is what we're talking about. It is currently turned off. It is going to be turned off by default, but once you hit that, you can see you have a couple options. You can see for low, it says dialogue is slightly louder than the background music and effects. Overall volume does not increase. For medium, dialogue is moderately louder than the background music and effects. Overall volume doesn't increase. And last one is high. Dialogue is significantly louder than background music and effects. Overall, volume doesn't increase. And over to enhance, dialogue is considerably louder than background music and effects, and high frequency speech is moderately increased. And heightened, dialogue is substantially louder than background music and effects, and high frequency speech is significantly enhanced. So this is going to really give you a lot of different options just to fine tune how you like to use it. So unfortunately for this, I cannot play content on YouTube and show you how it works. So you guys give that a try. Let me know if it works out for you. The last feature, and this is hit or miss, at least for me, but I definitely want to hear your thoughts on this. Remember, I am using the Fire TV Stick 4K Max, fully up to date. For some folks it's working, for other folks it's not, but let me know if it works for you. This is Universal Firestick Watchlist. This one isn't flashy, but extremely helpful. So Firestick now supports Universal Watchlist. This allows you to save shows and movies from multiple streaming apps onto one list. So how the Universal Watchlist works, instead of managing separate watch lists, so for you guys that know the struggle of, you go to Netflix, all right, so you get into your profile and you see something that you want to watch, you'll click on it. And now if you go down, you should be able to add it to my watch list. So according to Amazon, there should be a couple ways to add things to your watch list. So for instance, while you're hovering over a show or movie, you hit the three lines on your remote and you should see an option to add it to your watch list. But for me, this isn't working for Netflix. However, if I go to like Prime Video Picks, it will work. So I hit the menu button. Now you can see I can add it to my watch list. When I go back home, I go to my stuff. You can see that's now been added. But again, this is only working for Prime Videos currently for me. Let me know in the comment section if this is working for you. So here's another one. Hit the three lines. You can see I can only launch. I can't add it to my watch list. So it look like this is possibly something they're working on. And hopefully they'll roll this out to other applications. Also, you should be able to do this with your remote. So right now I'm highlighted over Serious Business. All I need to do is hit your voice assistant button on your remote and tell it to add it to your watch list. So let's give that a shot. Add to my watch list. All right, so let's go back home and see if Serious Business is on there. All right, so it looked like it did not add. So again, I'll keep troubleshooting this, but in the comments, let me know if those are working for you. Again, if none of this is working for you, there's a couple things you can do. Of course, make sure your Fire TV Stick is up to date. You can restart your device, either just pulling the power plug or going to your settings and go to restart it, or you can hold the select and play button on your remote and that should restart the device as well. Clear cache, you can do a couple things, but again, let me know if any of these things work for you. Let me know in the comment section, do you use continue watching or do you still search manually? Also, are you turning on dialogue boost? Yes or no? Of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.